Hey Josh, man. Hey, just thought I'd do a video just to get you set up in case you're not familiar with any of the trading stuff. TradingView.com. Yeah, if you want to use that for your Bitcoin charting software. And this is a good Bitcoin chart that I've been using. This one here from Coinbase. And I'm a 1 minute trader. I don't know if you're into joining the party with me there, but I'm a 1 minute trader. Just do 1 minute chart trading. Even though I use the 4 hour and stuff too, but yeah, I just do the 1 minute stuff. So yeah, man, glad to have you on anyhow, for sure. Kind of curious what you'll come up with. And from this point, I'll just show you kind of what I use nowadays for trading. A couple indicators that I made. Pretty much my whole strategy revolves around this yellow line here. It's a hybrid, but it's basically like the 200 moving average. Yeah, that yellow line. So one thing I noticed using this indicator here is, or even before that, price always likes to move around this 200 moving average line. And then if it gets on a trend like this span here, then it'll just obviously keep on bouncing above it. But then other times when it's ranging going sideways, it'll kind of just go back and forth, jump up and down, up and down, up and down. But this indicator here I made, all it does is it marks here if it's been under it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15, or 20. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and then it'll tag the 200 MA, and then it'll come back down, reset. So I just noticed with Bitcoin that it always likes to come back up. Not always, but it has a tendency to come back up after 5, 10, 15, or 20 minutes. That's kind of when it likes to start turning back upwards after it comes down. And if it goes longer than that, it usually means that it's going to continue downwards for quite a while if it doesn't turn back up. Not always, but sometimes. So that's kind of something I always watch out for. And another thing I noticed too, if you want to add on to this, is that it'll range for a while like this along the moving average, and then it'll pump upwards. And then it'll pump upwards. So yeah, there's a couple things there. And then the other thing, hold on. And the other thing that I've been using, if you want to just chime in on the strategy, like here, I just took this trade here. Here you can see it here. Price came down here, tagged the MA, and then bounced back up. So I got in there, exited there. So that was a 1-to-1 risk to reward because I had my stop loss down here, and then take profit was up here. So 1-to-1 risk to reward. And that was right here at this point. So yeah, this white line is the midpoint for this candle, including the wick. Doesn't have a wick here, but yeah. So really high probability, I notice, when price comes down like this and then it hits the moving average. Also with this line, it's kind of like a block of orders or stop loss orders. Really high probability. So you've got 1, 2, and then the third one would be that this is kind of a flat spot here. Kind of a flat spot. Yeah, kind of a flat spot for that price. So here's a swing low, but here's also a flat spot for where people would be putting their stop losses. And then this point right here, it's just below there. So then these orders would have been taken out. So because this wick goes past this flat point here, it kind of takes out those guys, and then it will have a tendency to go back up. So there's 4 different things there that made this a really high probability setup. And then the target would be the moving average lines. These other 2 moving averages, the 20 and the 50. So I got out a little bit early just because I chickened out. It was kind of turning red here. So I got out a little bit early. I got out like maybe right here or something. But it was still a good trade. Really high probability. 1 second. Yeah, and then there's other times, like in this example here, market's ranging, going up and down, sideways, and then breaks above here, and then comes back down, and then starts to retest off of this top here, off of this top of this ranging area, starts to bounce around, starts to gain support, and then pumps up here, huge. Also, you're right near that yellow moving average line, that spot you're always keeping your eye on. Doesn't quite hit it, but everybody's thinking it's going to go up, and then finally nobody else is selling, and then price rolls up, taps into another one of these white lines here. Just scroll over here.
Your son is looking for
Grapes and bananas. Yeah, so there's that little ATR candle there.
Yeah, we're gonna buy bananas later.
And then get another white ATR candle, and then it starts rolling back down here. Push back down. And then at this point, you might have thought it could be retesting this other moving average line, which some people think it is. So they start buying, price starts going sideways, lots of wicks, starts coming up here and doesn't quite make it, pushes down. These guys get stopped out, and then it finally taps into that moving average line. And then you'd want to be buying on that green candle, the next green candle after that, with your stop loss right under here. And then price runs all the way up here until these guys get taken out here, and then you get another turn. Yeah, so there's a few things. Anyhow, gotta get going.